I think I've started. Yay. Okay, let's see. It's recording. And as always, I'm late with my earbuds. Thank you guys. My name is Danielle Norstead. And if you are, hold on, before I plug that in. You are watching the recording. Thank you. Thank you for joining me in the watching. There we go. How's that? Can you hear me? We're going to wait just a few minutes before before I start the content for tonight. We've got, you guys shared your ideas. You voted on which things you wanted to hear about tonight. And so that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about booking parties, trying to have at least 2 parties every month, and also building teams, the very basics. We're not going to get into too far detail, just some ideas, some tips. I need to order more. Check this out, the Sunkissed Citrus. Can you see it? Okay. There we go. That's better. It's almost gone. I have the last little glob right there. It smells so good. One of my favorite scents. How are you guys doing this week as far as Christmas shopping and whatnot? I'm not done. I've got to go to a few more places tomorrow and do some wrapping and whatnot Thursday. And then hopefully by Friday, it'll all be done. Well, Friday morning, maybe by Friday afternoon. By the end of Friday, I'll be done, hopefully. If everything goes to plan. Okay, so that was, in case you guys are wondering, or like, what is she doing? I just got kicked really hard. Yeah. Baby's coming soon. Not tonight. Okay. Let's see, how many minutes are we in? No, just a few minutes. Did you hear that? That was my husband sneezing. Oops, turn that off. Okay. We'll wait a couple more minutes. Let me check the Facebook page to see, our Facebook group, to see if anybody has commented or asked any questions before we begin. I just found the feature where you can pause the video. Yeah, that's cool. The recording, I should say. If you were here live, you would have still seen me. I took my hair down because it's been up all day, and now it feels better down for now. Let's see. I should start. Oh, let's see. I'm going to tag everybody that I know is, at the very least, I know that they're available, or at least that they haven't said they're not available. Who else? Okay, I think that's everybody. All right, well, hopefully if you join us late, that you don't miss too much content and that you join us sooner than later. But if you're watching the replay or the recording, thank you so much. It really does make a big difference to be participating in things like this, like trainings or even just part of team events and whatnot. We have cookies and coffee and cookies coming up the weekend after the New Year's Eve weekend. It's the Saturday before New Year's Eve. It's super casual, super just come hang out. I'm actually, well, I think I'll probably do a Facebook Live video on our team page about this so that I can get your feedback more that way than in a recording, which not everybody will watch. But it really, I was going back to what I was saying, is that it makes a big difference in your business. If this is something that you want, if Scentsy is something that you want to work in your, as more than just a hobby, as a business, then showing up and participating in these things makes a big, big difference, and it will show in your business. So thank you for those of you who are watching later, even though you can't be here live. Like, if you're watching later, that's amazing, and that's a great, great thing. A couple things I wanted to touch on before we get into the meat of tonight is World Tour. So if you haven't already registered, I know only a handful of you guys have registered. I'm being kicked. I'm sorry. Yay, first of all, for those of you who have already registered. I believe there's at least 3 of you. And I'm so excited. I cannot wait for World Tour. World Tour, if you haven't already read about it, it's a 1-day Scentsy training extravaganza. Ours in California is happening locally in Riverside at the convention center. I will be there for sure, likely with a newborn baby. Definitely with a newborn baby attached. And there will be a general session usually where speakers will speak and inspire and share stories. Then there will be some breakout sessions where everybody will get to attend each of the sessions, and it just depends on which one speaks to you first. That's the one that you go to. As far as that's how it's happened in the past. It could be different this year. I'm not quite sure on the details for that. And then we have a lunch break. We do, I think, a couple more breakout sessions. And then the last general session, or general conference, or whatever you want to call it, they do another like speech. Usually they give out some fun things, like prizes, raffles. Heidi and Orville have been known to come to a World Tour. They came to the last time it was at in Riverside. They were here, and that's when I got my picture with them. It was really, really weird because I know them so well, but then I don't. And it's a lot of fun. It's worth it. The product kit that you get, if you haven't seen already on the Scentsy Family Consultant page, they went live the other day, and they showed, they sneak peeked a little bit about what we're going to be getting, including this little cute bag that's going to be filled with content of things that we're going to need and want for the new catalog starting in March. So like I said, it's totally worth the money. You can bring a guest for $25, something like that, and they'll get a gift as well. So definitely let me know if you need help setting up. It's under your events tab. I also want to take a minute to congratulate Christina. Christina, you have done so well for having had joined Scentsy for just as a hobby. She is about 700 points, I want to say, away from earning level 1 of the incentive trip. Woohoo! Congratulations. I know you can knock it out of the park in January with those couple hundred points that you need left. So congratulations, and let me know if you need help or if you have questions. But that means that you'll get registration to Reunion completely, all expenses paid, sort of, free. Yay, registration will be free for you. So that's going to happen in July. Yes. There is still time. They've actually extended the deadline, the early bird registration deadline. So you will have time until after World Tour, I believe, is when they've extended it to. Double check your workstation for the exact date. So that will be a great little thing that you can add after the holidays if that's a little bit more feasible than right now during the holidays. Also, did you guys see in the workstation today that they will no longer be including free bags with our party orders? They have decided, because it's never been a consistent thing, they've never had any kind of rules about how many bags you get. It's never been, per warmer or per item or per Scentsy Buddy. It's always just been like whatever they felt you needed. And then if they even had any, sometimes you would get an order and it wouldn't have any bags because there's not been a set rule. Read the article, you'll see more about what they say about it. But basically, starting January 1st, every party that you order, you'll need to order bags if you want to give out bags that way or use those bags. They're going to be unmarked, and they're going to be 10 bags for $1. So it's not bad, especially if you have 10 people at your party. You're going to need about 10 bags. So it's $1, 10 cents a bag. That's pretty reasonable, and it's it's nice that you're only going to be using the ones that you're only going to be ordering the ones that you need, so you won't have excess. I know I have like a little stack behind me that I will collect them based on the fact that it's never been a consistent thing, and now I have extras, so I won't have to have a supply. Also happening in January, right before we get into the more of our subject matter today, happening in January is Bring Back My Bar. Woohoo! I'm so excited. You can order all 25 bars, I believe it is, starting today. It does count as PRV, so you will be paid on it. And of course, you'll get all those bars. You can either sell them, but there's no reason that you shouldn't be ordering these bars. You can break every bar up into 8 cubes and then create 8 different basket parties for January. You can sell them when you're done and host your own sip and sniff. There's so many ideas. I'll probably do another video about it. But just definitely look into it. Okay. And then also announced today is double half price rewards for hosts in January. Woohoo! So that means that with a minimum party of $200, that every host will get at least 2 half price rewards, which means that normally to get a diffuser for half price, you have to have a $350 party. However, they're making it so much easier. In January, they'll only need a very minimum qualifying party to get a diffuser for half price. So think about everybody who's ever expressed any interest or thought a diffuser looks really, really pretty, and go talk to them. I'm going to talk about that more in a minute. But this is an amazing, amazing reason to go get all the contact information from every customer you've ever had so far and talk to them and say, hey, I just want to let you know that they just announced this amazing thing happening in January, and I know you had your eye on that diffuser. What about doing a basket party? Or what about doing a Facebook party? What do you think about getting the girls together and we can, grab some cocktails or something? I don't know. Make it work for them. Think about what their interests are and try to play into that, and then see what are they more likely to say yes to. Okay, that was all fluff. You guys, a couple of you have expressed interest in wanting to have at least 2 parties every month, and that is an amazing goal. I love that goal. I say try to have 2 to 3, because always there's that case where someone might have to cancel, and you are out that party. You can't count on that income or that PRV to help you pay whatever it is that you're doing Scentsy for, whether it's to help pay for the phone bill or movie money or preschool money or even fun money to Target. You're doing Scentsy for a reason. If you're doing anything more than just a hobby, you're doing Scentsy for a particular reason. What is that reason? What's that I'm kind of jumping ahead here, but that's why we want to have a little bit bigger of a goal, even though 2 would cover our basics, our goal, our minimum goal. So my question to you, a little tough love here. How many people have you asked in a month? If you want 2 parties a month, how many people have you been asking? Honestly, are you asking people every day? Every customer that you've ever had, maybe you've had, only a handful of parties, or you've only collected orders from coworkers, and you want to have parties, but have you asked people? Have you asked them? Honestly, have you asked? It's as simple as asking. And I know that in the beginning, when I first joined, I'm going to get passionate here. It's getting warm. When I first joined, I was a little bit worried because I didn't want to come off as bugging people. That's a big, big concern of a lot of people. Like, I don't want to bother them. I don't want to ask them because I'm going to bother them. And I get that. I totally understand how that you could feel. But if your intentions are more geared towards you think that they are doing you a favor, that's wrong. We're not asking them to do us a favor because Scentsi's awesome. We as consultants are doing them a favor by helping them get their Scentsy for free and half price. Like, that's awesome. That's a little thing that we gift them, the ability to be able to get their half price and their free Scentsy. So if you change your mindset just a little bit and you think about what it is that you're doing for them versus them having to do for you, having to host a party for you. No. If you think about it, oh, I'm going to help you earn your Scentsy for free. This is going to be a gift that I'm helping you with. Then it kind of changes your tone. It changes your whole demeanor when you're asking for a party. Oops. So how many people have you been asking? And you're like, well, who do I ask? Everybody. When you're new, you ask everybody because it's a numbers game. For every 10 people, you're going to hear 9 no's, usually maybe 10 or 11 no's, and you'll hear the 1 yes. So get used to saying no. It's not personal. It's like a waitress asking you if you want coffee and you say no thanks. She's not going to go, oh my God, I'm never going to ask anybody if they want coffee again. No. She's going to go to the next table and say, hey, do you want coffee? Hey, do you want coffee? Hey, do you want to do a Scentsy party? Hey, hi, Mama. Are you saying good night?
Yeah.
Okay, come here. Good night. I hope you have sweet dreams. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Good night, baby. Oops. You okay? Night, love bug. Okay. Thank you, Mama. I'll see you in the morning, okay? Where was I? Okay. Yeah, so how many people are you asking? Your Scentsi's in the living room over by the table. She's obsessed with her Scentsy. Go. How many people are you asking, and how are you asking? Are you saying to them, hey, would you mind, would you want to have your friends over and I can come over and bring my Scentsy stuff and share Scentsy? Would you mind doing that? Is that okay? Or are you asking them more like, girl, I know you love that warmer. I want to help you earn it for free. Let's grab your friends and let's meet over Starbucks and we'll hang out and I'll help you get it for free. Which one are you more likely to say yes to? When it's more about them, tiny, their interests, not yours. When it's about them, they're way more likely to be like, yeah, I want that warmer for free. Help me get it. Let's do this. What do I have to do? Versus, hey, I have a goal I want to reach. Can you host a party for me? What's in it for them? That's no fun. So they're less likely to say yes. I know from experience because I've made the mistake. Look in our team group in the files, the tag team, what you say, I think is what it's called. And there are ideas of how you can text different types of people based on who they are, what their lifestyle looks like. Like, you're not going to want to offer a home party to somebody who has, who doesn't like to have people at her house, or maybe is constantly on the go and never is home because they travel a lot. Like, that's not going to work for them. But maybe a basket party would work. The busier that they are, the better, because that means they're out and about and they're seeing lots of people all the time. So think about who it is that you're asking. How do you want to approach them? What would benefit them? How would Scentsy benefit them? Like, oh my gosh, you're always so stressed. I would love to help you get some free Scentsy. Let's do a girls' night and you'll get some bath bombs for free. Like, something like that. But it's speaking to who they are. Also, another thing to do is every person that's ever ordered from you, if you haven't already asked them now, especially with the double half price rewards in January. This is a great, opener for you to start that conversation about having them host a party, and make it casual. Then, in order to get that party, have it be a solid party, learn about hostess coaching. I'm not going to get into it. I've done a little bit about it before, but search YouTube for hostess coaching. Get good at hostess coaching. All my ideas I've gotten from other people. I'm not the greatest at it, but we all have our weaknesses. We all have our strengths. So definitely search hostess coaching and educate yourself. Become an expert at it so that you can be, hey, Danielle, I'd love to talk about hostess coaching with the team today. I'd be like, sure, have at it. What else? So when you have your party, when you finally get your yes, then go ahead and make sure that from that party, you have another person say yes. So you want to not only hostess coach them so they have a great turnout, they have a great attendance, no matter what kind of party it is. You're going to want to coach them into having a successful party. And then you're going to also want to book a party from that party so that you're continually having bookings and you're never going to have to start from scratch again if you're always having a party. Now, what if nobody says yes to a party? Well, then don't end that party until you've found someone else to replace that party for the following month or 2 weeks from then. That can be done with different booking games, and you can search those ideas on our workstation, the training center, or on YouTube. You can also just offer booking incentives. I've actually been doing in my thank you card. So this is my little thank you package. I've had a bunch of orders this month, so I've prepared these. I have an order coming Friday that I need to have these ready to go in. So this is a product list folded like an envelope or like a little pocket. You see that? And it's got pockets on the front and the back. So in the front or on the back, I have the monthly flyer, and I have my little about me postcard that you guys I think have seen before. And it has my story on the back. There's me and Heidi and Orville. So there's that. So they get to know a little bit more about me. And then in the front pocket, I usually will put a little thank you note, but I haven't written those yet. This is what mine look like for this order. Here, so here's my thank you note. I just put some washi tape to make it look colorful. At the bottom, I have the enter my monthly drawing sticker. And then in the front pocket, I have a little sample. And because who doesn't love samples? And here is my booking incentive. It's a $3. It's a card from the dollar store with the number 3 on it. And it says, I have a little sticker that I added to it, and it says, host a $200 Scentsy party and receive a warmer for the number listed on your playing card. Call or text Danielle there's my number, and it says redeem and cannot be combined with any other hostess booking gift. So this is an incentive for them to contact me because they get to have that warmer that they didn't buy from the party that they just attended. They didn't get that $50 warmer. But with the perpetual party reward, I can get it for half price. and then they're going to pay $3. So I'm only going to pay $22 on it. And that is not a bad price for me personally. And not everybody's going to pick a $50 warmer either. You could also choose not to do a $3 card, a card with a number 3 on it. You can choose to do like 5 through 10. It's up to you what you want to offer. You can even just do another kind of little incentive in their little thank you package. But this will hopefully get them to call me and say, or I can even follow up because I know I gave it to them, and I'll write this down. I'll say, oh, I gave this person a 3 card. So when I follow up in 2 weeks with them and say, hey, how are you loving the things that you got at the party? Everything's plugged in. Is it all working okay? Oh, by the way, did you see that card I got you? Are you interested? Because we've got double half price rewards in January. So there you go. That's another thing to follow up with them on that. Did you see that was in your package? You didn't, go look at it. Something like that. So those are some little tips about how you can get at least 2 parties a month. Ask people, ask. And if you don't know who to ask, like if you've already gone through your friends list and you know for sure you've asked every single person, which I probably will doubt because it's hard to ask people. I get it. Like getting over the fear of hearing no is a big deal. So if you haven't already, or maybe you have, but maybe you need to meet some more people, go to the park with your kiddos. If you don't have kiddos, go with your fur babies, take your dogs on a walk to the dog park. Don't be on your phone, put your phone away and talk to people, meet people, ask them questions about themselves. Eventually you can ask the question, oh, what do you do? And then when they tell you what they do, usually the normal thing people will do is ask you what you do. And that's when you have your opening. Make sure you have a really great, quick answer. Oh, I love to share Scentsy. It smells so great. I actually happen to have some samples here. You want to take one and let me know what you think? Let me get your info down and I'll send you a catalog. Bam. Now you have someone to follow up with. You add them on Facebook. You develop a relationship, a friendship with them. You can ask them in a month, or in a week or 2, depending on how it's all going, whatever feels more natural and comfortable, if they want to have a party. If you don't want to go to the park or the dog park or anything like that, maybe you go onto Meetup, the Meetup app. I have it on my phone because I am part of a group for moms in my area. I wanted to meet moms in my area because I have a daughter and we were kind of bored at home. And I didn't know anybody in Riverside. So where is it? This is right there. It's like a little, ooh, that's terrible. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Mine is, oh, you can't see it now, but I'll screenshot it and share it. Meetup. You can have any interest and there will be a group you can find to be a part of. They can either I'm sure that there are groups that meet in person as well as online. Maybe you hike, maybe you crochet, maybe you craft, maybe you're a teacher, maybe you're someone who likes to rock climb or go to the movies or do yoga, or find something that you like to do already naturally and then go and join a group that does that. Maybe you don't want to do the app, but maybe you want to do something on Facebook. So search Facebook, look in your hometown, look for neighborhood groups, meet people, put your phone down. If you are not comfortable talking to people, then go take a class that says that's about talking to people, about speaking, making speeches that will help, teach you all those things, and you'll probably meet people there. And you'll make new friends. All of your interests that you have, maybe you join a book club or something. Those are all ways where you can meet new people. It's a little scary, but your goals, when they're good goals, they're going to be a little bit scary. But the thing is, here's the secret. You can do this. I know you guys can do this. It's exciting and scary, but you can do this. I know you can. Believe in yourself, because I know I believe in you guys. You're all capable of this. Believe me, I've been there before. You're capable. You can do this. So there's that. There's some things about booking parties. And honestly, it's just basically, hey, let's hang out and I'll bring my Scentsy stuff and we'll have a party. You don't even have to call it a party. We'll hang out and we'll smell the Scentsy. Okay, so that's that. Building a team. Okay, so you guys all chose to do Scentsy for a reason. Like there's nothing in life you do just to do it, I don't believe. You do it there's a reason why you joined it, whether it's for fun or as a hobby or because you have goals and you want to create a business where you don't have to go back to work, or you want to be able to quit your job. You want to match your income so you can have more flexibility in your life. Whatever that why is for you, you need to share it. You need to tell your customers about it. I don't mean like the nitty-gritty details, but they need to know why you're so passionate about what it is that you're doing. For me, it was totally because I needed to have some sanity, and I started as a hobby, but now I'm like, I don't want to go back to work because I'm loving being home with my daughter. So people know that about me. They know that's why I do Scentsy, because I love it. I love spending time with Cora. I don't want to go back to work. Yeah, that they know that. When you are sharing your why, whether it's through a Facebook post, sharing personal stories about, or being personal on your business page about your Scentsy job, or doing a Facebook Live video, you can be crazy and adventurous and just share out there, why are you doing Scentsy? People are going to start to connect with you. They're going to see some of themselves in you, and they're going to start to listen, and they might have some seeds being planted when you share your why. It's why I have my little join postcard. It has my story on there so that people know why I'm doing what I'm doing, and what's happened because of it. They followed my journey the past 3 years, that's what's going to help them get to know you and trust you, and then they're going to want to do business with you, which might mean they might turn into a teammate. When you want to build a team, another thing to consider is, but something to ask yourself of why you haven't built a team quite yet is, have you asked people? Have you asked them, do you want to join my team? It's as simple as that. And it's a scary question to ask. Believe me, I'm pretty sure I've asked all of you guys. But again, when you think about it with their interests in mind and not yours, because it's not about you, it's about helping others. And that's what I love so much about Scentsy, is that it has brought me this amazing satisfaction and sense of accomplishment helping others through things like this, that I know it's not about me, it's about what I'm doing to help you and them and anybody else who might possibly join my team in the future. So here's what you can do. You look through, you're going to be listening too. You're going to be looking for posts on Facebook for people who are complaining about their job, or even, who are maybe commenting on the fact that they can't go to the movies because money's tight, or things like that. If they want a warmer, this could work for hosting too. If they want a warmer but they can't afford it, okay, well, that's someone to ask for hosting a party. Or they complain about their job, okay, well, maybe they want to do Scentsy, or maybe they can't afford their groceries this month or something, and they're making a joke about it, but that they would benefit from having Scentsy in their life, from sharing Scentsy and having it as an extra income. Then that's someone you want to talk to. You want to be paying attention to those little cues. And so here's how you can do it. You can just randomly get your order forms, people who have ordered from you already and you haven't yet asked them before, and just say and text them, because that's how I do all of my things. I text, hey, quick question. Maybe kind of random. LOL. That's me. That's how I would put it. So you can change it to make it sound like you. Hey, quick question, and maybe kind of random. LOL. Have you ever thought about joining Scentsy? And that's it. Don't even say anything more. Don't even say why you are asking them, or don't even, no, just leave it just like that. Simple. Keep it simple. Don't word vomit. I've done this, and I apologize if I've done it to you, but don't spiel out everything that you want to tell them about Scentsy in the first 5 or 10, 20 minutes of them expressing their interest. Keep it really simple. I think the one thing that I make sure everybody knows when I first talk to them, if they are interested and they ask me questions, is I let them know about the minimum, and I think that's it. Maybe the website fee after 3 months. But at least they know the very minimum is 3 months. I let them ask the questions, and I kind of see why is it that they think Scentsy would be a good fit for them. When they say, when they have a, what's the word? When they say that they're not interested, or they have I can't think of the word. A way to combat the objection, that was the word, is this little like formula that I actually learned from Andi Teeter. She's on YouTube and she's amazing. She's got awesome videos on there. So Andi Teeter, Andie Teeter, Teeter. She is a superstar director as of recently. She just got promoted, I think, a month or two ago. And I'm so proud of her. Not proud, but like, because I don't even know her, but I'm just happy for her because I've been following her for a few months, at least a few months, if not longer. And I'm in awe of her. I think it's super cool, and she's so deserving because she's awesome. But anywho, enough fangirling over Andi. So she says, when you hear an objection, you want to respond this way. I hear what you're saying, or I understand what you're saying. And then you say, I felt that way too when I first started. But here's what I found. And this is where you can share maybe the counter argument to what it is that they're feeling. So maybe they say, I can't afford it. And $99 is just not in my budget right now. I hear what you're saying. I felt the same way too, but this is what I found. I went ahead and I sold a few things in my garage on a yard sale, and I got the money. Or they say, I don't have a lot of time. I'm always on the go. I totally hear what you're saying. I'm busy too. And I felt like I wasn't going to have enough time either with a newborn. But what I found was that I can take Scentsy when I go to the grocery store. I can take Scentsy to the Target. I can take Scentsy doing my regular life. And it doesn't really add any extra time to sharing Scentsy that way. So that's a little like trick, I guess you can call it. I hear what you're saying. I understand. I felt that same way too, and this is what I found that could possibly work as instead. And really, it comes down to, don't think that we're bugging people. Don't feel that way, because we are professionals. If you're working your business as a business, you're a professional. You also want to keep that in mind when you are sharing things on social media. So people won't want to host a party with somebody if they are constantly being depressing on social media. And I'm not saying that those feelings are not valid. You are allowed to feel how you feel. That's a total given, of course. But you don't want to share it on social media where all your customers are hanging out. You want to, if you're having a bad day, you call me. You call your sister or your mom or someone, that your best friend, and you do it that way. You vent that way and keep it off social media, because we are professionals and we want to be seen that way, and we wanted to be trusted and understood that we are a professional person. So just keep that in mind as well. This is just a general blanket statement. There's nobody I'm thinking of in any particular person. But definitely keep that in mind. We are professionals. And so people, when we ask people to host a party, when we ask them if they're interested in joining our team, like, it shouldn't be that we're bugging them. It's because we're professional. We're in a business. We're doing this, as a business. And that should be respected, as long as you're being respectful too. The basics, basically, share your why. To recap, share your why, make your connections with people, be real, but don't be unprofessional on social media. Ask people, ask them. Have you asked every customer you've ever had? Ask them, hey, quick question. Have you ever thought about joining Scentsy? And just leave it like that. Don't word vomit. And then let you get a yes. You hear someone say, yes, actually, I am interested. Well, then, what do you do next? You're going to meet up with them. You're going to schedule a time and say, oh my goodness, that's awesome, because I've always thought you'd be really great at Scentsy. That's why I asked you. Let's meet up, or let's chat on the phone. What day is good for you? Or does a Monday or a Tuesday work better for you? Whatever the case might be. And then if they want any information, at the very least, I give them a showcase brochure. My rack card, it's the same as my postcard. It's just in a different form. Same exact information. And I give him the Scentsy Host and Join brochure, which has information about hosting and then the compensation plan as well. I also will occasionally add, if I remember to print it, this cute little story about a lady who wants to work in the store, and she asks the boss about how much commission she wants to make, any bonuses she wants to make, the recognition she wants, her discount, a website to sell things. She wants to be able to train people, basically all the perks of being a Scentsy consultant. And the guy starts to laugh at her and says, if you ever find a place that does all that for you, then let me know, because I want to work with you or with them. And then she hands him a Scentsy business card. So it's a kind of a cute way to point out all the really awesome things about being a Scentsy consultant. So I include that too, because it's kind of fun. But yeah, those are just some really very minimal basics about building a team. If you take one thing away from tonight in my little spiel here, is ask people. Ask them. Ask. And if you're not good at that, learn how to get good. Find out resources. I'm not the only resource out there, of course. You guys know that. And I hope you don't think that I am. Because I'm just one little person who does things one little way, and there are so many different ways to be good at doing asking people for a party, or even to join your team. Get good at those things. So ask and learn how to be better at doing those things. I think that was all I had for you today. All right. The thing I was going to talk about, I think I'll do a Facebook Live about it. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. And again, my name is Danielle. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. I'm more than happy to answer them. I will be taking some time off around Christmas, and then again when baby is born, but I'll make a post about that. So just so you guys know to expect it. I will be there for you, but not as quickly as I have been in the past. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll talk to you guys soon. And if you're going to be at the cookies and coffee hangout, I'll see you there. Yeah, all right. Have a good night. Bye.